So I don't know is the easy answer, but I have been very attracted to the work of Arturo Escobar on pluriversality. I think you might be familiar with some of his work. And Arturo is important to me. Arturo Escobar's work is important to me because at a time, as a sort of a teenager, basically in college, trying to study development, I remember being very frustrated because we were being presented with an idea of development, which was very Rostovian, very linear, very, this is the path of what development looks like. This is how other people have done it, and this is how you will have to do it. And therefore, you have to follow these stages of development. And even as a 17, 18-year-old, this didn't make any sense to me. I was studying in the US, I was coming from Africa, and I had a lot of questions and a lot of concerns, but they were not being invited into the conversation. And discovering the work of scholars back then, this was in the early 90s, of people like Arturo Escobar, who was already talking about pluriversality, really was, and post-development and anti-development, was just like really mind-blowing for me. Now, what did it do? What was the potentiality it raised for me? One, I think I mentioned earlier, inclusion. It suddenly meant, oh, I can be part of the conversation. I don't just have to follow what they are telling me and take that as fact. I can actually question and I can actually be in here. But the second thing it did is it began to reveal to me that there was no prescript. Yes, that might be the way Europe developed, and that might be the way the Wild West developed, but that wasn't necessarily the way Africa would develop. So even a concept like underdevelopment, so telling me that I am deficient because I don't have what you have, pluriversality already allowed for us to have difference, right? And so diversity and diversity of experience, but also diversity of path and destination and logics and ways of being became a possibility. So for me, first of all, just on an ontological level, the possibility that we have different times, different realities, different ambitions becomes okay. I think that's not something that is part of a linear conception of development and the world. So pluriversality already opens all of that up.